Yo, what the bro? We gotta talk about this. We gotta talk about what happened last night because it was a night for all Mexicans. Last night it was a night for Mexicans. Let's be honest here. It was insane for fighting last night. It was a big fight between John Jones, Cyril Gane, Valentina Shevchenko, Alexa Grasso, and then we got on the boxing side we got Mark Masayo going against Brandon Figueroa. We'll talk about the boxing side first because it was great, but it wasn't as exciting as the UFC stuff that happened last night. So we gotta talk about this real quick. All right, look, Mark Masayo versus Brandon Figueroa at 126. They're fighting at featherweight 126. It was an okay fight. It was a pretty close fight in my opinion. It was a pretty close fight. Mark Masayo was using his speed, his footwork, his range, and he was countering Brandon Figueroa. He kept countering Brandon Figueroa with some big shots, man. With some big shots. And then there's times where Mark Masayo showed a burst of combinations. Out of nowhere, he threw in 5, 6, combinations, 7 combinations at times. But what happened to Mark Masayo is that it happened what I expected it was supposed to happen. Mark Masayo was gonna gas out. Mark Masayo was gonna gas out later on in the fight, and he was gonna start losing momentum, and that's what happened to Mark Masayo. The first couple rounds, Mark Masayo was taking him. He was the better fighter. He was clearly the more technical boxer. He was countering Brandon Figueroa a lot. He kept getting him with some jabs, with hooks, with some heavy uppercuts as well. But Brandon Figueroa has a chin of steel. This motherfucker, we know us Mexicans, bro. We don't go down for a fight, and he just didn't go back down for a fight. He kept going, he kept pushing, he kept applying pressure to Brandon Figueroa. He kept applying pressure, and he kept throwing. Brandon Figueroa wasn't throwing as much as he normally throws in his fights, and that's because Mark Masayo kept hugging. Mark Masayo kept hugging Brandon Figueroa. He kept holding his hand. He kept ducking down, and he was doing a lot of dirty tactics. Mark Masayo was doing a lot of dirty tactics, and that was the reason why he lost the fight. He was getting fatigued, and once he got fatigued, he was just starting to, how is Brandon Figueroa gonna throw his combinations if you just keep holding his hand, or keep ducking down? You can't. So that's why what happened is that the ref deducted a point on Mark Masayo, and he gave him a couple of warnings. He gave him 3-4 warnings. I think four times he told Mark Masayo to stop holding Brandon Figueroa, and then he ended up deducting a point. But you could tell Mark Masayo was gassed. He was getting gassed, and then Brandon Figueroa started turning it up. He started throwing his combinations more efficiently because Mark Masayo started to get gassed out, fatigued, and then Brandon Figueroa just ended up taking the other big half of the fight, man, and he ended up winning. The scorecards really don't reflect what happened. In my opinion, it was a lot closer than what the judges scored it. The judges had it in favor of Brandon Figueroa by a long shot, but it wasn't even that far apart. It was a pretty close fight, And that's what the problem with boxing, man. Judging. The judges need to get their shit together because this is unacceptable. We gotta stop this shit from happening. We gotta make sure. I don't know. How are we gonna do that shit? We can't do anything, but at least just point it out, man. That more people gotta talk about this. So it could be more out there, and so they could start getting their shit straight because this judging is unacceptable. But yes, Brandon Figueroa ended up winning. He was a right winner, but it was a lot closer than what the judges scored it as. And under that fight, there was fighting Armando Resendiz, who is a Mexican. He was fighting Jared Hurd. Jared Hurd is a former unified champion at 154. Defeated Tony Harrison, and then he unified but then he ended up losing the belts. I think he had one good defense, and then he ended up losing the belts. But he's a good competitor. He's a veteran, but he is a good fighter. We got Armando Rizanez. This kid. I'm gonna tell you something about this 24-year-old Amado. I don't know if it's Amado or Armando. Something Armando. Call him El Toro. Call him El Toro. That's what he goes by, El Toro. This fool, dude. This fool is a Toro. He's a bull. He's more of a bull. He's a goddamn Terminator. He just walked down Jerry Hurd like nothing, bro. Jerry Hurd kept hitting Armando with some big shots. Man, and he was just nothing. He wasn't even shocked. He wasn't even faced by the big shots. He just kept walking forward, walking him down, not even flinching. It wasn't. This kid is something. This kid is, man, I'm telling you, this chin is unbelievable, man. His chin is unbelievable, and he's a 154 fighter. This is his first fight at 160 as well, so he was fighting a bigger man, and he just took his shots like nothing, man. And he ended up completely TKOing him by doctor stoppage because he hit him so many times in the head, right here in this area where Jerry Hurd, like, something's ripped off his skin or something inside his mouth, and he just kept bleeding, and the bleeding wasn't able to stop. So at the end, the doctor ended up stopping the fight because of bleeding. And obviously, you know, Armando Resendiz, I forgot his name. What's his name? Alright, Armando Resendiz. He wins, and he just, the first couple of rounds, it was Jerry Hurd obviously was winning the first couple rounds, but he ended up gassing out because of the pressure of Armando. He was pressuring so much. He wasn't letting Jerry Hurd even rest for a bit. He made Jerry Hurd move around the ring a lot, and ended up gassing him out, throwing some good body shots, and then, you know, he ended up finishing, you know, Jerry Hurd. All right, now let's go to the UFC card, bro. This UFC card it was insane. We're gonna go first. We're not gonna talk about Bo Nickal. He's a good wrestler. He's a great wrestler, but we gotta see him fight, throw some shots, you know, punch, his striking, because, you know, if he could easily get out, if he fights somebody that could do, you know, who could do some good stuff in the ground as well. So we're gonna talk about the co-main event of Shevchenko versus Alexa Grasso. This fight I had a Shevchenko winning, but I wanted Alexa Grasso to win, but I just had a feeling Shevchenko was gonna take this because she's Shevchenko. But no, bro, it just completely, Alexa Grasso, the first round, threw some big shots to Valentina Shevchenko, some big shots that shook the champ, shook her for a bit. And then, you know, Alexa Grasso maintained her ground. She did pretty good in the first round, and she definitely won that round because she striked Valentina Shevchenko with some good shots, some good clean shots. Ended up hurting her a bit. All right, so that shook Shevchenko. Second round, Shevchenko comes out, and then out of nowhere, Shevchenko just starts taking her down, you know. And this is where Shevchenko starts dominating in the floor. She starts doing Shevchenko stuff, dominating the ground, not letting Alexa Grasso do anything. And but Alexa Grasso was holding her own good. She was doing pretty good out there. She was defending pretty well on the ground, man. I'm pretty surprised of Alexa Grasso's defense skills in the ground. They were pretty good. She ended up surviving a crucifix, man. Not that many people survive a Valentina Shevchenko crucifix, all right? And she ended up getting out of that crucifix. I forgot what round it was, but it was in between second or third. But it was insane, dude. She got out of that, defended well. But yeah, definitely Shevchenko took the second round, just dominated the ground, got her with some good shots in the ground as well. And then third round comes around. I don't know if this is the round with the crucifixes. I think this is the round with the crucifix. But again, You know, Alexa Grasso was still doing some good shots in the on striking, on the boxing side of things. She was doing pretty good on the stand-up. Valentina Shevchenko did get Alexa Grasso with a couple shots, but it looks pretty clear that Grasso did do. I think she did better on the stand-up than Valentina Shevchenko, but Valentina Shevchenko did ended up taking Grasso down again and again in the third round, and it's just dominating again the floor, the ground game, just doing, you know, what she does best. And yeah, man, she ended up winning that round, obviously, just dominating the ground again. So it looks like Shevchenko was 2-1 at this point. We're heading round 4. So round 4 starts. This is where I think Alexa Grasso is a bit more alert and not to kick that much. And you know, but it was close. I think Shevchenko was doing pretty good on that round as well. You know, Shevchenko was doing pretty well that round as well. I don't know if I think Valentina Shevchenko did try to drop Alexa Grasso a couple of times, but she ended up surviving. She ended up not getting taken down. She escaped a couple of times from the takedown. And then Valentina tried to go for a spinning kick, right? She tried to go for a spinning kick. She fucks up on the spinning kick. Alexa Grasso takes advantage of that. Hops on her back with the quickness. Puts her arm around Shevchenko's neck. Shevchenko tried with the quickness. She tried to put her neck down, but it was just Alexa was too fast, man. She was so alert, ready to take advantage. Took advantage, got up top of her, started choking her out with the guillotine, and just complete. And you could tell, man, Shevchenko was getting super red. She was getting purple, bro. She was getting red as hell. She was trying not to tap. She held on for so long, but she couldn't hold for that much longer. She was gonna get put to sleep, so she had a tap, man. She tapped out, and Alexa Grasso takes a victory as the first Mexican women UFC champion. I'm so proud, man. Alexa Grasso did such a good job. I'm so proud of her. She defended the ground pretty well. We're talking about Shevchenko here, one of the best, man, especially in the ground game. And you know, Alexa Grasso defended well on the ground game, and did a fantastic on the boxing. So she did amazing, man. I'm so proud of her. She did so good. Alexa Grasso takes a W, takes the belt off Shevchenko. And yeah, I mean, my prediction was wrong completely. And wow, that was a big upset, man. But there's gonna be a rematch, so hopefully Alexa Grasso, you know, keeps working on her ground game, because her stand-up is pretty good. But she's just gotta keep training on her ground game, get better, and then she will definitely win the rematch. But like I said, you know, Valentina Shevchenko's, you know, she's been dominating for such a long time, and at some point it's gotta come to an end, you know. But there's gonna be an immediate rematch, and we'll see what happens in the rematch. All right, let's talk about the main event here. Cyril Gane, Jon Jones, Cyril Gane for the vacant heavyweight championship of the world. This was sick. I had it Jon Jones exactly how I predicted it. I had Jon Jones winning the fight by a submission on the 4th round, but I was wrong. It was in 2 minutes, man. Jon Jones is a fucking legend. He is the GOAT. We were talking about the all-time great in the UFC. He is the greatest of all time, the greatest UFC fighter of all time, man. Mixed martial artist, dude. This guy, if he wants to beat you with punches, he'll beat you with punches. If he wants to submit you, he'll submit you. Like he'll beat you either way, man. And it just proved that Cyril Gane was just nothing to Jon Jones, man. It was such with ease the way he took him down. The way he took Cyril Gane down, he took him down pretty quick, and then just controlled him easy, and just in 2 minutes was just done with him. Wow, it was just an impressive performance from Jon Jones. It was a good performance. It reminded me so much about, you know, when, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard and ended up fighting Hagler and beat him after like a couple years off without fighting. This is what GOATs do, man, and this solidifies that John Jones is the greatest of all time, man. He will dominate the heavyweight division, 100%. He will dominate the heavyweight division. Just that look, we're talking about Francis Ngannou, who went 5 rounds with Cyril Gane, and we're talking about John Jones, who literally took 2 minutes to just end him. I mean, treat him like a child, treat him like a kid, man. Wow, that was beautiful from John Jones. Incredible. And people are already saying about his physique, that his physique don't matter about physique, man. Look at Tao Vista. Look at Ty. Ty is, you know, he's a big dog, and he's out here, you know, doing his shit, man. So don't judge, bro. John Jones is still the GOAT. If he has a gut, it don't matter. He could have a gut. He'll still submit. He'll still smash you, man. He's a great dude. He's a GOAT. It was incredible. It was a good night, man. A good night for all Mexicans. We got El Toro winning. We got Alexa Grasso winning. And we got Brandon Figueroa winning. So all Mexicans that fought last night in their respective sports won. So I'm pretty excited, pretty happy, man. It was a good night of just in general combat sports. So yeah, man. So hopefully, we're gonna see Stipe. We're gonna see Stipe Miocic versus John Jones, and it's gonna be another amazing John Jones performance. I'm gonna be honest with you. John Jones is gonna do his thing, and he's gonna just end it. He's gonna do what he did to Gane to Stipe, man. He's gonna be unstoppable. I don't think there's a man that could stop John Jones. Zero. Anyways, thank y'all for watching, and let me know what y'all thought about the fights, man. Who y'all went for, if you guys got your picks correct. And yeah, and comment, subscribe. You already know it's free to do, man. And we're gonna be doing a bunch of other shit, man. A bunch of other combat shit. You know, we're gonna be doing whatever's next, and then we're gonna be doing a couple of RE stuff. But we'll see what we'll be able to come out with a bunch of new content. But yeah, man, thank y'all for watching, and man, wow, the greatest of all time, John Bones Jones. Crazy.